Hello class, this is a video tutorial on problem solving using trigonometry. So let's get straight to it. When given a single problem or a triangle, it is easy to identify whether a side or an angle is being calculated. Then we could just simply apply the required method. However, a required skill is decoding worded problems into a diagram first. So we're going to split this into two videos for this one. We're going to have, uh, I guess, very basic worded problems, and then a slightly more difficult version of this. So let's get to it. The first step for any of these problems is to be able to interpret what is being asked of us. So here we have, in triangle ABC, it says angle BAC is 90 degrees. So we're going to label this as follows. So we know it's a 90-degree triangle, and it says BAC. So if we were to say that this is B, A, and C, BAC is 90 degrees. So that is 90. And it says angle ABC, so ABC, saying that this angle here is 38. And it also says that in this triangle, BC, B to C, is 18 centimeters, so 18. Now it's telling us to find AC. So let's label that any pronumeral that we want. For this, let's just label it X. So now that we have our diagram to work with, now we try and figure out which trig ratio we are working with. So for this, we have 38. From this angle, we have the opposite side, and we're being told, well, being shown that this is the hypotenuse. So a ratio that uses opposite and hypotenuse, I hope we can all remember now, this is going to be sine. So sine 38 is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So this is x over 18. Then from here, we multiply both sides by 18. So we multiply this side by 18 as well. I'm going to switch the way we're writing this because the 18s cancel out, leaving us with x by itself. But I'm going to write it on the left-hand side instead. And since this is 18 times sine 38, we can write this as 18 sine 38. And it is this that we're going to type in to our calculator. So 18 sine 38, we get 11.08. So I'm going to round this. So this is approximately 11.08. And since this is in centimeters, this is also in centimeters. And I'm going to indicate that we've rounded this to 2 decimal places. And that is our first example. Right, you can pause and try this next one yourself. It's using just this geometric language for you to construct first, and then it's asking you to find PQ. Okay, so here we go. Triangle PQR has angle PRQ equaling 90. So again, we have a 90-degree triangle, and it's saying PRQ. So since this is the 90-degree, it will be PRQ. So that is our 90-degree angle. And it says angle PQR is 28. So PQR, that angle is 28. Now it says find PQ if QR is 23. So Q R is 23. Let's write that as 23. That's in meters. And it's telling us to find PQ. So we are finding this length here. Let's label that Y. It doesn't have to be X and Y, but for this, I'm going to be using X. And now we're going to be using letter Y. And then from here, it's just a matter of trying to figure out, is this sine, cos, or tan? So in this case, from the angle, we have this side here, which is close. So this is adjacent. And this side is opposite the 90 degree. So this is the hypotenuse, and this side is the adjacent. I hope by now we are very familiar that this is going to be using cosine or cos. So cos 28 equals 23 over y. And when we have this divide by the letter, we can switch these two expressions. So this becomes y equals 23 over cos 28. And it's that which we type in to our calculator. So we're typing this in, 23 over cos 28, making sure we close that bracket. So this gives us approximately 26.05, and this is in meters. So we write this as meters, indicating we round to 2 decimal places. So I hope that's giving you an insight into how we can interpret this language into a triangle first, and then solving using trigonometry. Hope to see you in the next video where we tackle the next set of problems. Hope to see you then, and best of luck.